Hello, felters and crafters. My name is Philippa. Welcome to the month of June. So this is the Wool Monty, and I couldn't resist going because it's about half an hour from me. It's at the Magna Science Centre, which is such an unusual venue. But yeah, it's a lovely show. It's quite quiet inside because it's carpeted. They've really worked on the lights this year because it was a bit dark last year. So look, just forward this for 5 minutes if it's not for you, but I'm just going to talk you through a couple of stalls. So this is veganyarns.co.uk, not .com, as they made me. There's a business in America that's veganyarns.com, but this is all tensile, which is a vegan yarn, and it's not all of it. They've got other yarns as well, but isn't it beautiful? It looks so soft. And it feels so soft. So I really liked that stand. This is Frankie and Sydney, who are quite local to us here, and they do some excellent needle felting kits. I really recommend you go and have a look at their site because you'll see, look at these 2D ones. I love, love, love the duck, and then they've got quite a few as well. And this donkey's really sweet. They're always sort of adding new ones too. Look at that llama one. I don't think I'd seen, or alpaca it could be. I don't think I'd seen that before. That hair one's really nice. And look, they say you can touch them. So definitely look them up, Frankie and Sydney. This is the Woolen Witch, who I follow on YouTube. She does a couple of videos. I love the names of her wools. Cinder, Blackberry, I think there's one called Toadstool. I really like, there's Blackberry. I really like the colours, but it was nice. Her stand was really nicely done. So that's Toadstool there. So it was nice to meet her. This is Felted Yarns, who again, they are in Yorkshire, but I hadn't met her before. So this was nice to look. She does have a few kits, 2D kits, but she mostly does wet felting, as you can see there. I think she does workshops as well. So Felted Yarns, go and have a look at her website. But yeah, those are the kits. But we were discussing, so that's a nice one with embroidery. I really like that. The wools that she uses in that bowl, look at it, look at the shimmer. So that must be silks in it. But yeah, really beautiful work. So it was nice to meet her as well. This is Cozy Rosie UK. Again, she has a YouTube channel that I follow. It's crochet. And I'm really pleased to have met her finally at a show. And she was lovely and bubbly and just like she is on YouTube, actually. And I bought one of her patterns. Here she is just tidying up. I said, could I video? And she said, let me tidy. But yeah, Cozy Rosie UK, definitely look her up. Again, that's similar to the cardigan that I'm doing at the moment. You'll see it sort of towards the end. But yeah, she's got lots of patterns. And I really do like her YouTube channel and her honesty and the way she talks and everything. She's a lovely, lovely person. Tamsin from the Left Hookery, who I've shown you before, but just to show you the new items she has. This star cushion is new, and I think it's really pretty. Those are the ones, the bowls that she's been doing for a while, and those bags. But she's got a bag. I'm really tempted by those bags. She's got a bag on the end here. It's like a beach bag. That's brand new. That looks really nice. Tamsin's stand is always busy every time I go there. This is Sophie at the Peg Loomer, who I've met quite a few times now. She's got some beautiful needle felted items, and she keeps getting more and more things every time I see her. So it's lovely to meet her again. I'm loving her earrings. Lots of mushrooms and things like that, but she also does knitting kits. I don't know if she does crochet kits, and she supplies the wool, but she stays in her van when she goes to all these events, which is so lovely. This is Giddy Yarns, Helen, and look at those gnomes. Aren't they beautiful? They're knitted, so they're from the book which she's got on the stand here. I'll just show you. Look at them, aren't they beautiful? The Grimblewood gnomes, I think it is. Yeah, gnomes of Grimblewood. I'd love to be able to do them, but I really didn't. And this is a new colourway, the Magic Faraway Tree as well. But yeah, it was nice to see Helen again because she's from up in Scotland. And this lady, I did get you quite a few shots of it because I haven't seen her before. This is Cherished Chums. So she's got an Etsy shop, but it's all felt and it's sewn. And I know it's completely different to needle felting, but aren't they lovely? And, you know, there's some really good prices there for kits. I just think it's good if you wanted to do something different. I love that chicken. I do show you quite a few more. Let's just have a look round. And there's a Highland cow as well, which obviously I had to have a little look at. But I've never seen her stand before at any of the wool shows, and I think it was her first time here. She's done a couple of other shows, but yeah, really good little kits. Look at that frog. And then, so that was that. I had a lovely time at the Wool Monty. Pleased I went. So, and now I am just getting you some footage of starting the first Hebridean head, sheep's head that I have to do for Holmfirth Art Week. But I started it, and then this kit that I bought when I went to the Lake District kept calling me, as it does. So I thought I'd do it. And it's a little Herdwick. It's actual Herdwick wool, and there's quite a lot of tops wool for the legs. But you know, it wasn't that bad. See, it felted up okay. It was really sweet. So the company is called Herdy UK, I think they are, and they do lots of Herdwick sort of little inspired products. But I thought I'd try this kit out, and it was quite good. That's all the wools I had left over. That's the instructions, not too bad. But yeah, we just saw it on the Lake District, and when we were on a visit there, my husband said, you just have to get it, you have to do it. So yeah, and I always give them a fringe, ignore that. So here I am a little bit further along on the sheep's head.
Take me out to California. Take me out to California. I feel the day is coming to an end, and my eyes are drawn to southern skies. And all the while I was trying to pretend the promised land was there beyond the great divide. But I'll be coming home soon. Yeah, I'll be coming home soon. So take me out to California, where the sun is always high, where the streets are paved with gold and no one ever gets old. I'll be longing for that day.
So this is the project that I've started on top of all the other projects I have, because I really wanted to start this. And this is a TL Yarn Crafts, I think it's just called the Ripple design, and I just loved it. And you saw me sort of winding up or caking up the yarns earlier, and I've already done one skein and I'm on to the next, and oh my goodness, it is just absolutely, it's just so pretty, and it's really not that complex. So I'm gonna have to skein up some more, cake up some more yarns actually, because I'm getting through it. But I love it. It's going to be a blanket for in my office, so it's full of lots of greens. I'll show you the other skeins that I'm going to use. So these are the rest of the skeins of wool that I'm going to use, and I've just got to work out that, no, that's fine, I think that's DK. Double knit, double knit, double knit, and then this one is a slightly thinner one, so I'm going to hold those two together, and it will give the sort of same size as these ones, because these are a slightly thicker thread, yarn, I don't know what you say. But yeah, so I'll cake these up. But oh, I absolutely love it. It's a really easy to do sort of therapeutic knit, whereas one of the other blankets I'm doing, the white one for the dogs, is quite rough, so it's a little bit harder on the hands, but this is a lot easier and smoother to crochet.
Got stuck, you were looking for clues, but that just made you more confused. You just need to see how lovely, how lovely, how lovely it is for you. Got stuck, you were looking for clues, but that just made you more confused. You just need to see how lovely, how lovely, how lovely it is for you. Waiting's done and you find your home right here. The light goes off and it clicks, you figure out. You put it off, yeah you did it. Life didn't fall apart with it. Couldn't miss what was intended. Let the fears fly away, ride it out like a wave. Call it in all your favors, call them in. Let the
Hello, first proper sit down and chat, because it's the 15th. So the month is flying by. I feel not very productive. I feel a little bit out of sorts actually, but you know, I think we all get these things. So I'm working on the Hebridean sheep, and that's coming along, but the horns do take forever. But I've shown you a little bit of that. I made that little Herdwick, went to the Wool Monty. I've just done the video for dyeing the wool because I really wanted to do that, and I know it's not, you know, a strong video for my channel. I really do think I should call myself not a needle felting artist, a fibre artist, but predominantly I come back to needle felting all the time, so I think I'm just going to leave that. However, the other thing, I always catch myself saying small business, and I think that's quite a restrictive thing to put on yourself all the time. I think we should just say craft business or felting business. Maybe not necessarily always put ourselves in the small bracket straight away. So just little observations. I don't know if you're here for those, but I am very much weighing on my mind is the advent calendar and getting that sorted. And honestly, it's the technical side on Squarespace, which is where I'm going to sell it, and just trying to sort out international shipping. I'm going to put it to my Patreons first. So I think it's just going to take me a couple of days to sort out. And technically, it's probably not that difficult. It's just a little hurdle. So I'm pretty happy with the price in my head, what I've priced it at. I'm going to double check that. So I just got to work through those technical issues, a couple of days, and I'm sure it'll be sorted. That's weighing on my mind. I've got to do that. I've got to do another head after this for Holmfirth Art Week by the end of June. So yeah, lots to do, and I want to do frog for my patrons. I feel like I repeat myself a lot. So I am going to do that, but also I'm going to do an embroidery, a free motion embroidery video. So I think I'm going to do the flat 2D picture as a video for my patrons, and then just take that onto YouTube and do the free motion embroidery and talk about how I do it, and the sewing machine, and how, you know, you attach the foot and things like that, because lots of people have asked for a video on that, just in a bit more detail. But that way I will get sort of two things out of it, because otherwise it would be a really long tutorial if I showed all the 2D picture as well, how to do that. So those are my plans. We are popping away for 2 days to the Northumbrian coast, up to, now it's spelt A-L-N, Alnwick, but I think it's pronounced Alnwick. And there's a really nice castle up there that was in Harry Potter. So I am going to video you a little bit of the castle. Yeah, happy Pride Month as well. Holmfirth, my village, had a Pride weekend, and all the shops were beautifully decorated, and it's so nice to see, obviously, the support, but it was very, very beautiful as well. So all the flags were out. So yeah, happy Pride Month. Right, cracking on with this, and I will show you a little bit of the castle, and then making another sheep's head. That's got to be done ASAP when I get back as well. So this was our quick it was a 2-night trip up to Northumberland, because we never go up there. So my husband's drone shots of Alnwick Castle, I hope you appreciated them. Yeah, Alnwick Castle is, it's been in the Percy family since 1309, so really great history, but it was in one of the Harry Potter films with the broomsticks. And we were chatting, I had to get you footage of it because it is so beautiful, so I've put it in. But we were chatting to one of the volunteers there, and they said the castle is amazing and fantastic, but the Harry Potter film has just been the making of it. I'll show you in a sec, the lawn area, and they were having broomstick lessons for the children. So we went outside of school holidays, but there were still lots of children there. But look at this, how exciting. This is actually where they filmed it. So if you have children or grandchildren, it would be an amazing visit. They've got this is a outdoor mini golf centre, so that was really good too. They've got cafe, so they've got the castle you can visit, and the gardens is separate. This is all in the castle. This is all for children inside. I had no idea they had any of this. It was really quite extensive. And imagine if there were school trips there or anything like that, that would probably be really good. And so this is the outside, and then we walked into the village of Alnwick as well, which had some lovely shops. So it was really nice to have a walk round, and I found a little wool shop there as well. And we went and had a cup of tea in, what's it called, Granny's tea place or something. It was really lovely. Granny's, yeah. And we went downstairs, and then this is the wool shop I found and popped in. Next off, we went to Bamborough Castle, which is on the beach. And we went in the castle and had a look around, but I didn't get you loads of footage of that because I don't want to bore you too much with all of it. But it's a lovely castle because it is right on the beach, and it's a huge, open, wide beach. It was so windy, couldn't put the drone up for long. And then this is Durham Cathedral. As we sort of drove back down, we popped in. And I have to say, they were the most friendliest. All of the staff we spoke to were so lovely and so friendly and so happy and helpful. We went up that tower there. I'll show you it. Here we are. It was, the steps. There was about 250 steps, and they were tiny. Do not do it if you don't like small confined spaces, but great views from the top. So, I had to show you some of this as well. And here's the steps going down. This was why it was really tricky. So, yeah, but we had a lovely time. Great visit. Right, so this head up here, I have redone the nose twice. Not happy with it. Don't worry, it's all a bit funny. I think I might needle felt it in the end. It's not right. I need to sort it out. But I have started the next one, and it's Monday. That's a bit bright. There we go. So it's Monday, and these need to be done by Sunday. But I'm just trying to make a little bit of headway with this one. So, and then, yeah, I pulled the first nose off. And the really good thing about pulling a nose off is I now know how strong this is. It definitely will not fall off, and it would not break. So I'm pleased with the construction of it, but it wasn't right. So yeah, just doing a bit of this one, and then I'll go back to the nose on that one up there. It's just not quite right. Bit of fiddling to do. I've got quite far with that head I just showed you. The next one I'm doing, I haven't sorted out the nose yet. My shoulder's hurting, so I have to stop. So I've cut a load of black off the Hebridean wool that I had, and now I'm going to cardboard, grab out the Valais wool that I have and do a load of trimming and get that ready for the head, because that's the kind of thing, hay, that's hay, the kind of thing I can do so it doesn't hurt my shoulder. So just do a little bit of preparation, try and do other things, still getting this head ready. It's Monday. I really hope I'm sure I can get it done. It's just the fact that my shoulder's hurting already. But I have been a lot better. I know you can't see me, but I look a mess. Since I've been taking turmeric and the, what's it called? What am I on? HRT, that's it. So, right, let's cut some of this. So that's the done pile. That took me about 25 minutes or so. I'm not sure if that's enough, but I'm really happy with the quality of the locks. This is kind of the waste pile, which you can card up and reuse. And then I've still got a load more, but I think I'm gonna just sit with that and see if that's enough, but it's good to get this done. Right, it's Wednesday, so this Hebridean head, I am pretty happy with it. It's all finished. The brown does look fine in real life. It's always really hard. Take photos of it and it just really stood out, but it looks fine, so I'm happy. and this is how far through I am on the Valais, which admittedly the horns seem to take forever. So like I said, it's Wednesday, so I've got Thursday, Friday, Saturday and Sunday morning, because we don't take the items down till 3 p.m. But so I spent quite a lot of time on this already, like 3.5 hours sort of doing the horns, firming them up, and my shoulder does get a bit sore, so I can't really do too much more on it. However, I do have a project I want to show you that I'm going to maybe just start to do a little bit of it tonight. So I saw this material and just fell in love with it and thought, oh, I really want a project bag made out of this material. It's got beautiful Highland cows and thistles. It's absolutely perfect for me. And so I ordered this online, and then I knew I was going to match it up with sort of the lower half of the bag's going to be in a different style, and I needed an interior. Now it's really hard to match up stuff online, so we popped to, I say popped, it's like hours away. We went to Whitby. It was absolutely heaving. I didn't film it for you because it was so busy, but there was a boys, BOYES boys shop, and they had some material, so I found a very nice interior that matches suitably, just about, so it sort of matches the thistles. So that's going to be the lining, and then this, are you ready for it? This is a bit jazzy. The bottom half of the bag is going to be made out of this. I just loved the colours in it. I really, really did. And it's got that purple. So the bottom half of the bag is going to be like that. The handles are going to be with it. I might try and do some binding over the top with it. It might be too thick. This is a really lovely thick material. And my sewing machine is normally pretty good with thick materials. And I want to do an inside. So it's going to be sort of a tote bag style with handles, but it's going to be shallow handles so you can hold it. It's a project bag, but it could double as sort of a little bag for going out and about, or but so I think it goes, I look here now and I'm like, does it go? I think it goes. It's going to be really, really jazzy altogether. And then I've got some not brass binding, some interface, which I'm going to put on here to make this thicker. It's the next day. I did not start that bag because I was really quite tired and I had to get everything out and all my cutting mat, and I just thought, don't start a project when you're tired. And part of it is procrastination over this, because I'm at this point where I've got the base of the head, but now I've got to start doing the detail, and I think I might ruin it every time. I think, oh, it could go wrong here. And then you start to procrastinate, and it's the next day. And even today I sat down, I've got an hour before we take the dogs out, and I thought, oh, I'll just sit on the computer and do a few bits and bobs. And no, just get on with it and do it. I've just done a sheep's head. I should know what I'm doing, but I always, that when you get to the difficult bits, there's always a little bit of hesitation, shall we say. And this, I've got a time constraint, so it's Thursday. I'll have this done by Sunday, I am absolutely sure, and I'm happy that the other head is completely finished. So yeah, just crack on with it, just do it. Stop trying to distract yourself. Mr. Valais is all finished. Looks a bit weird from that angle, but I'll show you both of them properly. There's the other one up there tomorrow. And it's Friday, so I'm really pleased. So yeah, I am doing my project bag with this Highland cow pattern, but I have ditched the other mad colour for the base. I'm going to make a separate bag for that, so I'm just going to do it all this colour. It's going to be drawstring. There's the lining. It is a tutorial by Offspring Sewing, cute tote bag sewing tutorial. Really easy tutorial, but everything just takes ages because you have to get the ironing board out. I had to change the foot on my sewing machine, so even though her tutorial is 5 minutes long. It's taken me far longer than that. But yeah, I'm just going to do this one tonight. Nice to do something different for a change.
You keep turning heads when you walk by. If they only knew you left me blind. You don't even notice their starry eyes, 'cause you are looking straight into mine. Yeah, you could have anyone you want, but I'm the one who gets to take you home. It's the way that you left me in the morning. It's the way that you left me through the night. Let's just shut the blinds to keep the world inside. Now I know I'm yours till the end of time. I keep turning head.
So my daughter has finished college and she's waiting to go to uni, and she's been doing some drawing. So I had to sort of get you some stages of it. It is stunning. So she's just sort of taken this horse head and she's drawing it just for fun. It's beautiful. These are both the sheep heads, so you can see them properly, all done. I am really, really happy with them. I like the eyes. I think the horns are a bit too long on that one. And I'm really pleased with the Hebridean, with the actual Hebridean wool that was from the sheep across over in the field. So yeah, they're all finally all done. So here it is, the bag that I made out of the Highland cow design. There you go. Which I think is really nice design. So I've put purple cords with it, and it has got, I did think this was purple on the inside. You see the cords don't match that well, but it's not awful. And then I did do handles because that was the tutorial, so I can carry it by the handles. It's full up, it's got some wool in it for a project, but very sweet. Very pleased. It's a big, decent size, which is what I wanted. So that one's done, and now I'm going to do the other one. And just in case you didn't realise, so you can have it just sort of as a tote bag, which is quite nice too. So that's why it's got the handles as well. And here is the second bag all done. It's been a lovely break actually, just to do a bit of sewing. I did about 12 courses when I first moved up to Yorkshire, and they've stood me in good stead. But I'm so happy that I used this material just for this bag because it was very jazzy. But it's beautiful, and what I'm going to use it for is it goes beside your sort of sofa and you put all your wool in it, so you can just sort of reach down and grab the colours that you want. It's called like a sofa bag, I think, but yeah, super happy with it. So 2 bags made. So felters, it's the 30th, it's Monday morning. We dropped off my 2 sheep heads at Holmfirth Art Week yesterday. It takes them a whole week to set it up, and then it won't be open to the public till next week, till next Sunday, I believe, and then we're going to go on the Monday and have a look. I am going to sneak in during the week and just check that they don't need felting or anything. I said to the lady, I said, I'm just going to come down in the week and check on them. She says, oh, do they need feeding? That was quite funny, but yeah, so they really liked them, so that was good. So that's exciting for July to see if they sell. It, you know, it's great if they do, but like I said, I don't think the Hebridean head will, but who knows. A few things just to show you. So incoming, I couldn't resist. Ali from Little Drops of Wonderful went back to Lay Family Yarn, which is where I went on the dyeing retreat, the wool retreat, and she basically, was it a year ago? She went and she did this green colourway. How exciting is that to go and actually dye your own colourway with Lay family yarn? And then she went back this time and these are the colours she has come up with. They are Whimsical Wonderland. So I've bought 2 of these. I just couldn't resist. They're really quite bright for me, but I think I've got some colours that's going to go with them quite well, so that's good. But I just had to show you those. I am still doing, this is the, do you remember the other side? I've done the other side of the cardigan. So that I've started the second side and that's as far as I've got. It looks really cute and dinky. It's like a tiny little doll cardigan right now. But I did get distracted by the ripple blanket. And so this is where I'm up to with the ripple blanket. So I've done quite a few. Just going on to sort of a similar colour to that one, and I'll do a few more. I think I've got a border wool that I'm going to do around the outside as well, but I'm really enjoying that. So that kind of took over, and I just go with what I'm enjoying really. And I'm also doing the blanket for the dogs. I say I'm doing it, I haven't really done anything on it, but that's as far as I've got with that one. So that was the cheap wool from Aldi, whereas this one I'm putting quite a few different wools in it, which is nice. It's using up a lot from my stash. Do you know, when I went in the wool shop, the lady said to me that crochet uses up 3 times more wool than knitting, which I didn't realise. I've just got a list here, hang on. So the only other things I was just going to briefly talk about is I got a message from Etsy recently. I've been on Etsy for 10 years. Now I used to sell jewellery that I kind of sort of made up, and I did beadwork and stuff like that in the early days. So with my needle felts, I think I've been selling needle felts on there for about 6 years, but I've been on it for 10 years. It's exciting. Patreon, I put on a tutorial on how to do the sheep's eye. Just I didn't sort of get to mention that or show that to you, so I've done that, and I'm going to do the frog next. And then just looking forwards to July, the advent calendar will go on sale. It will happen, don't worry. I've had quite a few because I said it would be mid-June, but Holmfirth Art Week just sort of took over. But yeah, the advent calendar will go on. And then in August, I've got the Michaela Bartlett course. Now I'm still thinking of doing a wolf. I want it to have 4 legs. I want it to have long hair, so that I learn those things. I guess a wolf would be quite good for the paws. Has anyone got any other ideas that they think, you know, I would learn a lot from doing? I think the wolf is pretty much it really. I think that's going to be one that I will struggle to do, but it will be really good for me to try and do it. So that's all I've got to update you on. And God, it's 29 degrees today. We took the dogs out for a walk at 7 a.m. this morning, so early, because it's going to be so hot. But then it's going to cool down after that. I can cope with just one day. I've got my fan on already. I hope you can't hear it. But that's it. So thank you for being here. I know this was a very varied month in respect of crafts, but that seems to be the way with me. So, and so many of you have just put such lovely comments that you don't mind, and it's still interesting for you, so that's great. Thanks for watching. Have a wonderful July and see you in about 4 weeks time. Take care. Bye.